When it comes to Spanish teams in the transfer market, you would associate Barcelona and Real Madrid being the big spenders, but this summer it has been Atletico Madrid. They've been really busy in the transfer market when it comes to both departures and incomings. They've lost a lot of players who have let their contract expire, and they've sold a few as well. And the most expensive signing of the summer has been by Atletico Madrid for the signing of Julian Alvarez, along with another couple notable names. With all the incomings and departures, Diego Simeone's side is going to be looking different. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you my interpretation of how Atletico Madrid will line up for the 24-25 season. As always, if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. So first of all, before we get into the actual lineup, let's take a look at their departures. You can see on your screen now all the players that have left Atletico Madrid, and that's not even all of them. Gabriel Palista has also left on a free transfer. There just wasn't enough room. You look at all those departures, the most significant one definitely is Hermoso, at least in my opinion. I think he was very key to Atletico Madrid last season and in previous seasons. Really good centre-back. It's actually surprised me he hasn't found a club as of yet. Morata was very good in the first half of last season and then dipped off, had a good Euros and has now gone to AC Milan. That's a little bit of a loss, but I think Alvarez is a good replacement. Finally getting rid of Joao Felix, it just never really worked out at Atletico Madrid. He's a player I like. The Chelsea move, it looks like it's going good as of now. He scored on his debut. In total, Atletico Madrid have made 88.9 million euros from player sales. It's unfortunate a lot of these were free transfers because then you're not getting a fee for some very good players. But at the same time, I would assume someone like Memphis Depay was on big wages, so to get him off your books is definitely a positive. Now on to all the rivals, and they're on your screen now. 4 permanent and 1 loan signing. Clement Longley on loan. When it comes to the incomings, Julian Alvarez I think is a good signing. 75 million euros. That's a good fee. He's very young, 24 years of age. He's already won everything in English football. It didn't take him long. He's also won everything in international football. The guy's had a pretty good career. Now he's looking to do the same thing in Spain. Conor Gallagher for 42 million euros, definitely underappreciated at Chelsea. I was surprised Chelsea wanted to sell him so bad because I rate him really highly. He's a player that's going to work hard. I think Simeone is going to really like him. I think it's a good signing for Atleti. He's only 24 somehow. Like, this guy has been around for a long time. Lenormand's a really good signing, not only because you're strengthening your team, but you're also making a rival in Real Sociedad weaker. Same thing goes with Sorloth, but in this case Villarreal. In total, Atletico Madrid have spent 186 million euros in the transfer market, making roughly a 97 million euro loss. But again, like I said, all the players they lost on free transfers, to get those wages off the books I definitely think will be a positive. So now getting into the potential lineup, and the formation I've chose is 5-3-2. You associate Atletico Madrid being really good defensively. It is the formation that they have used in their opening 2 games. So in goal, the obvious choice, I'm going with Jan Oblak. I don't think he's quite where he used to be a couple of years ago, where he was undoubtedly one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think he's slightly dropped off, but he's still quality. On his day, you're going to find it very hard to score a goal against him, and Atletico Madrid would have to spend a lot of money to find anyone better. At right back, I'm going to go with Marcus Llorente, who can play both at right back and in midfield. But it seems as if Simeone prefers playing him at right back. He's obviously doing a very good job because he scored a goal in each of Atletico Madrid's opening 2 La Liga games, albeit the one against Girona was just a really bad mistake from the keeper. My first centre back, I'm going to go with Azpilicueta. I think if Longley is going to start, it's going to be over him, and I just don't trust Longley. You know, there was a certain point in time a few years ago where he looked like he could be one of the best centre backs in the world, but I think that time has definitely passed. He's for sure not lived up to the potential. And even though Azpilicueta is coming to the end of his career, he's still old. He's not as good as he used to be. He's still a good defender. He's still a solid footballer, and I would take him over Longley. The central defender, I'm going with Jimenez. Another player that's just been at Atleti for a very long time, and you would find it really hard to just overtake him in the team. He's a reliable centre-back. He's going to get the job done. I don't see anyone replacing him, really. He's going to continue to be a central part of Atletico Madrid's team. And finally, we get on to the first new signing. Lenormand is definitely going to start. I would be shocked if he doesn't. He's already started both of Atletico Madrid's La Liga games, playing as the left-sided centre-back in the back 3. There's a reason Atletico Madrid paid 35 million euros for the guy. He is quality. He is reliable. He was one of the best centre-backs in the Liga over the past couple of seasons, and he's going to bring Atletico Madrid back to being that great defensive side. And then the left-back, I'm going with Riquelme, a guy that broke into the Atletico Madrid team last season. I think he's a really good player, and you don't really hear too many people talking about him. He's quite underrated. He's quality, especially going forward. It's interesting, to be fair, It's interesting, to be fair, because I wouldn't really describe either of Atletico Madrid's fullbacks as natural fullback, but they still do a really good job. I think they're both really solid. Riquelme, I think, is only 24, very young. He's only going to get better, and I don't think it'll be long before we see him in the Spain squad. Now on to midfield, and Rodrigo de Paul was never going to lose his spot, was he? He is literally the perfect Diego Simeone midfielder. It's everything you would want from a Simeone midfielder. I could tell you about how good of a footballer he is, but you don't care about that. You just want to appreciate the dark arts, and he is well and truly a master of that, whether that be in playing for Argentina or playing for Atletico Madrid. In the central of the 3 midfielders, I'm going with Barrios, another young player that has broken into this Atletico Madrid over the past 12 months. He's really good. Another player you're not really hearing anyone talk about him. The final of the 3 midfielders, you could go with Lino, who's a little bit more of an attacking option, but I'm going with Conor Gallagher. I don't think Atletico Madrid sign a player for 40 million euros and then don't start him. I don't know what direction Simeone is going to go with. You could start Gallagher over Barrios and then play Lino as the 3rd midfielder, but I don't see them doing that. I think if you have a midfield of Rodrigo de Paul, Barrios and Conor Gallagher, those are 3 players that are going to work really hard. I think it should be the midfield, Rodrigo de Paul, Barrios, and Conor Gallagher. And then finally the front two, and the first of which I'm going with Antoine Griezmann. I mean, obviously, he's a mainstay in this Atletico Madrid team. He's arguably the greatest player in the history of the club. I believe he's the club's top scorer. Adapted his game in recent years, he's become a really good playmaker, and Alvarez will only benefit from that. I've just realised I've spoiled who the other striker is, but you're not really surprised, are you? Atletico Madrid aren't going to sign someone for 75 million euros and then not play him. Well, that's kind of what they did for Joao Felix, but you know, he was like double that amount of money. Alvarez is the second striker. He hasn't really got off to the best of starts in his opening two games. The Girona game, I thought he was really quiet. I didn't think he was great. Admittedly, neither team had a lot of chances at the same time. I don't think it was a very open game. Alvarez didn't have a lot of space, and that's where you want him. Those are two strikers that are very technical, so I think it's a really good option to have Sorloth off the bench, a big guy, a big physical guy, who when you bring him on just completely changes the profile of player that a defender is going to have to defend against. That's a really good option for Simeone to have. So here's my Atletico Madrid team. What do you think of it? Can this team win La Liga? I honestly think there's a good chance. I think Atletico for sure get a trophy this season. They've spent big, and I think they're going to be rewarded. Let me know what you think in the comments though. What have you made of Atletico Madrid's summer? Can they win the Liga? Let me know what you think. I do appreciate you all for watching this video. If you want to see another video by me, check out this one on your screen now. And if not, I appreciate you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next.